And when I campaigned, I said that my responsibility, my goal is first of all, to continue the good work. We have started a good work in the city of Miami Gardens, and we believe that we're going to continue to do great things to make our city, first of all, safe, second of all, more beautiful, third of all, a place where you feel that you are glad to call it home, that you are proud of your community. And we do that by taking pride in places just like this. We understand that Leslie Estates has had some challenges. And what we're here to do is to help you as a city to overcome your challenges. As I have walked through this area, I have to commend a lot of you because you have done some very good work in keeping your property up. You have tried to work with one another to cut your grass and to make sure that the front of your homes are kept up. You have done a lot of work with our police department in reporting activities that you know that are unsavory in this area. You have done a lot of work by even lighting up your homes, beginning to put your porch lights on so that the darkness doesn't overtake you. But we understand that there are more things that need to be done to begin to make this more and more the home that you desire it to be. And for those of you that have been here a long time, that you know it could be, because when you moved here, it was just that. But I said in the letter that I wrote to you that I cannot do it alone. There is no such animal as an I in this. It is only we. We can do it. One by one, we collectively can make a huge difference in the quality of life for Leslie Estates. Now, one of the things that when we came over here, as you can see, I have with me code enforcement. I have with me the Miami Gardens Police Department. I have with me the Miami Gardens Office of Public Works. I have my colleague, Councilman at-large member, Robert Stevens. I have the Community Block Grant Office, right? Okay. And is there anybody? I have my legislative aide, Jamal Ingram. Raise your hand, Jamal. Is there anybody else that I missed? I have Sergeant Rich in the back. And anybody else? I have another City of Miami official. And so everyone has been over here. Everyone, the mayor, the city manager, our deputy city manager, our police department, we have been over here to see the conditions, and we are saddened by them. A lot of what you are facing is because you do not have a homeowners association, right? Yes. That homeowners association is defunct. And so because it is defunct, it is responsible for keeping your roads up. That homeowners association is responsible for keeping this clean. It's responsible for making sure that the houses are kept up to code, right? But because it doesn't exist, all of it has gone down, right? And so what the city now is trying to do is saying, we can step in, we can get your roads straight, we can possibly get you some sidewalks, we can possibly get to lights, and we can possibly get your road signs, like in other words, Northwest 196th Street. Because we understand that if 911 is called, you can't find nothing, right? Yeah. No, you can't even find it on what the thing called, the GPS, right? Yeah. So we've got to straighten all of that out. In order for us to do that, there are a couple of things that are going to need to happen, right? The first thing is, you're going to have to say, we give you permission to fix it. If you are an owner of these properties, we can only come in and fix it if you give us permission to do so. Now, I know that in speaking to some of the homeowners, some people say, well, I don't want to be a part of a homeowners association. That's not our responsibility to make you a part of the homeowners association. We're not going to tell you that you should do your own homeowners association. But what we're going to tell you that if in order for us to fix the roads, you've got to give us permission to do that. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. And so we have a sign-up sheet here. We're going to have somebody to come by. If you agree that you would like us to fix the roads, you will assign those over to us, and we will begin to that process to getting it done. Now, how long does that take? I'm not sure. Because because that depends on how long it takes to get all the signatures. We can't get 10%. We can't get 20%. We have to get 100%. You follow what I'm saying? We have to get 100% of the owners of the property to give us permission to fix the roads. Now, the challenge that we have is this. We have people that own the property that don't live here, which means that they are what? Renters. We have reached out to them, and guess what? The lion's share of them want the roads fixed. They are not resisting repairing the roads. Our challenge has been getting in touch with them. So many of you who are renters are in touch with the landowner. Am I correct? Yes. You have to say to them, contact the city. We need the roads fixed. Give them the authorization to do so. You with me? Yes. I need somebody to say it again. You with me? Yes. All right. You help them to help you. Right? All right. For those of you that are not in contact with your landowners, we are doing the research to find out who they are. But sometimes it takes a little bit, what? Longer. It takes a longer time. So this is why we are saying, if you know who they are, make the connection for us. Give them my telephone number. We will get them in touch with the appropriate department at the city in order to make this happen. If you own your property, come on, we got the consultant. She will come to you. She will tell you what she needs you to sign so that we can start populating the numbers to be able to get all of this taken care of. That is what will hold us up, or that is what will speed this up. You follow me? Yes. Now, in the meantime of getting the signatures, what we say we got to do and what we need to do, we got to clean up. We come around. We got to clean up. You know, I say to people all the time, po don't mean dirty. You don't have to have an unclean environment because the roads are messy. I went through some of these common areas. They're filthy. All kind of rats. We got all kind of urban farm animals all around that could possibly carry germs. I come through here, I haven't been here one time. I haven't been here 3 times. I haven't been here 6 times. I've been here a dozen times or more. Early in the morning, late at night, midday, because I want to get a feel for what's going on. When I am here, these children deserve a place to play. They deserve a right to come outside. And you don't have any fears about what's going on with them. So if the houses are clean, right? When we start seeing things get clean, guess what we get to see? You're supposed to say what? Unorganized crime. Because people who are lawful are organized. People who are unlawful are unorganized. So the police can do a better job. Code enforcement can do a better job at making sure that there are not cars blocking the roadways without tags on them. And we don't know if they're stolen or who they belong to. You deserve a better place to live. So, on January 16th, we're going to begin. I'm not going to say we're going to begin because Public Works, Code Enforcement, Law Enforcement has already begun. If you have noticed, you start seeing that the trees are being cut. If you've noticed, you start to look in these areas, they're now being cleaned up. If you go in the alleys behind your houses, bit by bit, we're coming in and we're cleaning them out. So on the 16th, you see where the contractors? Raise your hand. Where are the contractors? Raise your hand. Where's the other young lady? Raise your hand. Contractors are going to be here to clean out your alleyways, to make sure that the trampoline that done had started growing all around it, it got to go, right? Over here, all those trees over there, they got to go. All the way down to that park that you see right there, the big Dr. Lester Brown, you should be able to see all the way through. No more cars doing illegal things in the alleyways. No more. Okay? So when we come out, I want you to come out on the 16th. I want you to help yourself as well as us and the other volunteers that we're going to bring to clean up this area. Now, once the cleaning up begins, code enforcement, raise your hand. Okay? Code enforcement is going to start enforcing some codes. You got boats that don't belong here. You got cars, they don't belong here. I didn't say visitors. I didn't say your cars and the people that live in your house. I'm talking about cars that are illegally being parked here because you got them here because you selling them. You with me? Yeah. Okay. Now, again, this is going to be a process that's going to be driven by participation and activism. And what does that mean? That means that it's going to take you, first of all, starting from your front door all the way to the road. Keep it clean. Yes. Pick the trash up. Yes. Take your garbage can and set it neat alongside the road. And then pull it back in and set it neat that way. It don't make no sense for trash cans to be all out here on the side of the road. That's number one. Number two, when you clean out your house and you take that trash and you put it in front of your house, you stay on Miami-Dade County and you make sure they pick that up. Because that trash alongside the road only brings rodents. And rodents bring germs and filth and uncleanliness. We have this information here because it's going to tell you, call 311. Pick it up. They can't do anything to help you unless they come through here and they notice that has been there for 3 weeks. Immediately, code enforcement contacts Miami-Dade County and say, come on out here. We got trash that's been sitting here for 3 weeks. We need you to move it. But guess what? We can't do that unless you've already called. 311 is going to say, we don't have a report for that. We can't come out and pick it up. The homeowner has to do it. And then we get into you feeling bad when you ride through your community and everything is a mess. Filth is contagious. Cleanliness is also. You just have to make a determination about what you want to be contagious. You either want crime to be contagious or you want peace to be contagious. That's right. And it takes the righteous to rise up in order for it to go away. We can no longer sit in silence. We have to move. We have to move. We don't have to get out in the street and act like fools, but we have to move so that this is not going to happen again. The city is committed. These people right here, this is the day after the holiday. They wouldn't be here. But they are committed. Their bosses, which is this, that man right there and me, we're their bosses. We boss their city manager. And we have said enough. Yes. The city manager said enough. Mayor Oliver Gilbert said enough, who is now your commissioner. So we're all behind trying to get this cleaned up for you. We need you.
That's going on out around here. Right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should have been done this. You know what I'm saying?
So you want me to answer that?
Yeah, I want you to answer everything that come out my mouth.
All right. So the HOA is responsible for it. It wasn't the city's responsibility.
But y'all keep telling everybody the county own the roads, and then this supposed to be private property.
It's private.
You know what I'm saying? It's been private property. So what's the problem? You know what I'm saying? What's the problem with y'all getting together like y'all are now?
Right.
Trying to get things together. Right. Trying to make it happen.
Right.
This been going on so long, man. I'm just tired of it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm really tired of it.
Yeah, we are too.
Y'all been saying promises and all this bull crap. It's just ridiculous. Mm-hmm. I'm tired of the promises. Mm-hmm. I'm tired of y'all not doing nothing. And y'all can take mine and garden. Y'all can go on with that.
Hey, good morning, brother. I just want to also address this issue as well as why it's taken so long. As you mentioned, this is private property. So what's taking place now is that the new. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me address this. Give me 1 second. What's taking place now is that we, the new leaders of this municipality, is coming together and standing with you and saying enough is enough. Let's move the people's agenda and get this quality of life and improve the quality of living over here. That's what's taking place now. Because you are living in a private association on private property, the city nor the county can just come in and do what we want to do because it's private property. So what we're doing now is working with you all to get to the bottom of it as to why the private property haven't been taken up, the infrastructure haven't been taken care of over here. So that's exactly what we're doing now. We're new elected officials. We're new leaders into the community that's saying enough is enough. My family live right there. So when I drive through this community, I'm experiencing it, and my family have been experiencing it as well. Absolutely. So we're standing together with you today to say enough is enough, and we're going to get this taken care of. So as the councilwoman mentioned, we're the boss of the city manager, and we went to the city manager's office and said enough of it. I don't want to hear that we're this private property and we can't do nothing about it. Let's get to the bottom of it and let's get it taken care of. So that's what we're doing this morning.
So now who's next? Yes, sir.
I want to ask you a question. Y'all say that it's private property. Y'all want to do the association, but we paying taxes to the county and we paying taxes to Miami Garden. You know what I mean?
So we didn't say we wanted to do. No, we didn't say we wanted to do the HOA. That's your responsibility.
No, what I'm saying is, like, I got a drain in front of my house.
Right.
That they talk about. There's 3 drains right there.
Right.
I don't call the county. I don't call Miami Garden.
Right.
The county put it on Miami Garden,
right.
and Miami Garden put it on the county.
That's correct.
But we paying Miami Garden taxes.
Right.
Where them tax dollars going at? We paying Miami-Dade taxes for water, drain, and sewage. Where that's going at? You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's like we sitting back and y'all saying associated private property, but where's our tax dollars that we're paying for the drain going at?
Exactly.
Like with all them roads that's going, you know how many times I don't bought concrete, I don't bought asphalt and fill these holes up. I did it myself. I done broke my rim. I did it myself. So I mean, where's our tax dollars? I understand association. Association is to make your maintenance to your houses and stuff like that. Association shouldn't be the road because the road belongs to Dade County.
No, but it is the road.
No, it is.
See, that's the problem. See, the problem has been, guys, is that your association was responsible for the roads and your drainage. They were responsible for the maintenance of it all.
So why we paying the county for it though? The county's taking it out of our money, so that means basically we getting ripped off.
Well, you know what? When it was organized, right, we were not a city. We were not a city when this organization started. It was under the county's jurisdiction. Now, you're absolutely right. Once we became a city, the responsibility for different things, it was still in flux. You understand? So as we are moving through this process, what is happening is that nobody's doing anything because it's like this. So what we are stepping up to do now, I want to be clear about this. We are not your enemy. And we are not anybody that is in opposition to anything that you are saying. We are here today not to fight you, not to get into no debate with you, not to get in no argument with you, and definitely not to get in no finger pointing. What we are saying here is that let's start to get this thing straightened out, and let's try to do it together. That's it.
I can understand that part. I can understand all that. You understand? When y'all say it's private property, y'all say this, y'all say that. At the end of the day, I'm the guy with the old cars there. I don't sell them cars, them mine.
Okay.
I done had Miami Garden come out and tow my car to the alley. But I'm the one who stopped the young boys from putting stolen cars in the alley. When I bought that property, I stopped them when they coming in the middle of the night. Hey, get y'all ass out of here. That ain't gonna be. I stopped that. I cleaned that and I sprayed. But Miami Garden came in and towed my car from over there when the car is strictly registered to the house. You understand?
See the problem
So
with that.
it's like you helping one hand. Now y'all call when I first moved here, cars you sit there for weeks and weeks, stolen cars. That's what they used to do. They come bring them in, park them there, strip them, and do whatever. Nobody moved them. But now here I am, the person that stopped them from putting the cars there, stopped them from coming over here, riding crazy and all that stuff like that, because I come out and I act crazy with them. I stopped. Guess what? I'm the one that had to pay $500 to get my car towed from over there.
Well, you know, I understand exactly what you're saying, and that is appreciated, but here's the deal. At the end of the day, the policing of this area has to be both your responsibility and the police. And they got to work together to try to get everything in order. But when you got an eyesore for these homes over in here, whether it's the cars, your antiques, whether it's vehicles that have no license on them at all, your cars have tags on them, my son. Okay, when I was walking through, I was with my son and he was admiring those cars. So I understand the value of what you have. But at the same time, we got some people over here that don't have that same value. And what it's doing is putting you in jeopardy for your safety when you've got to accost somebody that you know is doing illegal things. So what we're saying is allow us to come in and work with you to standardize the behavior and the way in which we're going to operate here. That way, nobody has to handle it. This man can do his job, you can do your job, we can get the tax situation, we can try to get the road situation, but it's not going to happen when we tugging against one another. See, we're going to have to get on the same step and we're going to have to get on one accord. I don't mind the dialogue. The dialogue is important because I got to understand where you're coming from. I'm asking you to understand where I'm coming from so that we can come together and fix up this thing process by process. The city is not here to become your association. That's not what we're here for. We're here to remedy this problem of your roadways and your alleyways and to try to get you some lights and some signs. Your democratic responsibility is to determine how you want to organize. If there is something that we can do to help you to understand your HOA, that's what we'll provide you with support. But we're not going to tell you, oh, you got to have an HOA. And we're not going to tell you that you can't have one. That's going to be a resident's decision. But what we are going to say is, we don't want you living like this. These roads got to be fixed. Something got to be done to ensure that the quality of your life is raised. That's what we're here for.
I want to ask you a question now.
Yes, sir.
A lot of these people around here, I help them. They older people.
Yeah.
I help them sometimes. They need some. They on fixed income. Now we bring an association back in here. What about them old people that's on retirement and think I could pay the association? It don't bother me. What I'm talking about is the older people. The majority of this community is older people. So I'm not against the association, but I know for a fact that association should not be the one fixing these roads when we pay the county.
Well,
and we pay Miami God.
Well, here's the deal, right? In terms of the homeowners association, that's not my call. That's going to be the residents' call. And so you and all of you together as one body are going to have to determine whether or not that's something you want to do, right? In terms of the people in their age bracket, their income levels, we can only provide so much support to how they pay their bills. You know, but I understand what you're saying. In terms of these roads, that's not a taxpayer issue. We have a grant, hopefully, that will be able to accommodate the payment of getting the roads done. That's where we are. Now let me say something to you one more time, and then I'm gonna move on. Everybody, not the councilwoman, not these men up here, you out there, everybody has a voice, and they deserve to be heard. You may not agree, you may not like what they say, that is not my concern. My concern is when you leave here, that you feel that you have been heard and that you have been understood. That's what democracy is. All of us are not going to have our way. That's what democracy is too. Because it says that we're going to come together, we're going to agree to disagree, but whatever the final decision is, we're going to move on that. That's what this is about, okay? So I respect you making your concerns known. I respect you also, sir. But at the end of the day, we're going to come together. We're going to agree what we're going to do. It don't even have to be my way. I'm not concerned about it being my way. I'm just concerned about it being best for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Give me 1 second, ma'am. We're going to let the departments kind of touch on some of the issues that we've already addressed to kind of see if we can get some more understanding of the roads and the code enforcement aspect, and then we ask that you hold some questions.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, how you doing? All right. My name is Cedric DeVoe. I'm one of the code enforcement supervisors for the city of Miami Gardens. And I'm here to pass out literature and educate you all, answer any questions I can, and put you in the best position to be successful to keep your community clean and within the code. Very simple. As the councilwoman said, I'm not here in opposition or adversarial position for anybody. I'm going to ask you that if you have any questions for me, I'll be right there at the end of the table. You can gladly come up and address me individually, and I'll address your concerns, and I'll follow up with them. Code enforcement's main aspect is the health, safety, and welfare of the community. Each one of you reside in one of these homes, whether you be an owner or a renter. And it's your responsibility to keep those homes up aesthetically as best you can. Before I took the mic, the council person was speaking broadly or generally of the community, the roads, the common areas. I'm speaking specifically of the individual units now. The documentation I'm going to pass out is going to have all of the most frequent code violations that we ever cite. So if you have a question as to what we look for, it'll be on that paper. There will be no doubt, no question. You cannot have a misunderstanding. When you get this document, if you have any of these things happening or occurring on the property you reside in, whether you're the owner or the renter, it's your responsibility to correct it. So with that being said, anybody wants to speak to me individually to address their concerns, please come over, take one of my business cards, use it as a resource. You can contact me by phone or email, and we'll follow up with any question, concern that you have. But now that you have me live in living color, you can come and put a face with code enforcement, and you can come and talk to me and address any concern that you have, and I'll work diligently to solve it. But I'm dealing with specific properties, each individual unit. Every person that's sitting here resides, I assume, in one of these units, whether you're an owner or a renter. Ladies, gentlemen, I look forward to speaking with you.
Thank you, sir. Major Operations, how you all doing today? This is really a wonderful occasion, being able to come together and work together collectively as a team. So I'm very excited to be here. I'm very excited to represent my chief, Delvin Noel Pratt, in order to address many of your concerns. I am a resident of this community. I've resided in this community for over 50 years. I can't tell my age, I'm a little older than that, but I've resided in this area for over 50 years. And I understand many of the concerns that you all are expressing as a citizen of this community. But also as a law enforcement officer, it is my duty and responsibility to address many of the concerns that you all may have. And that's what we're here for. Not only myself, I also have one, Officer Robinson, that is here plainclothes capacity, but he's been actively engaged in the community since the existence of the department. So I'm a retiree from the city of Miami. I did 26 years, almost 27 years with the city of Miami. And then ultimately my chief gave me the opportunity to come here as the major of operations. I'm very actively engaged with the duties and the responsibilities of the officers, and they will tell you I'm out there in the streets as well. Not because I live here as a citizen, because I have a love and a passion for giving back to the community. So I can tell you, I did a research for the statistics from last year, this time last year to this year, and crime is extremely down. We're at a negative 33% right now, and it's been that way for the past several months. So it is really a good thing here for, not only as a citizen of this passion for the community and giving back. That's why I took this oath of office, and I'm going to continue to do my duties in this position to ensure that your concerns are addressed accordingly. So I would like to provide you, I don't have any business cards, but I would like to provide you all with my cell phone number. And please feel free to give me a call. Identify who you are. If I don't answer, by all means, I will call you back. My cell phone number is 786-566-8566. And again, my name is Major Robin Starks. Major Robin Starks, 786-566-8566. Are there any questions that I can address for you right now? Yes, ma'am. If you have something to write with, it's 304-474-6473. That's 6473, and the first 3 digits is 474. And that is directly to the police department. Just follow the prompts, and you'll be connected directly with a dispatcher for non-emergency calls.
My son actually got murdered in this neighborhood. And you know, we need some policemen to just ride through. I think just before Christmas holiday, I saw a patrol car come through. I had not seen that in over a year. You'll come if we call, maybe, but you need to ride through. We need some presence. It's dark up in here at night.
The information was disseminated to all of my captains, and they know what their responsibilities are. I will tell you that any event that they are tied up on calls for service, then they may not be able to do it as random as often. But just know that even if you don't see a uniform officer, the information was provided to our investigators, which work in an undercover capacity. So you may see unmarked vehicles drive through here and there. That's because they have the information as well. They may not show up that presence that you want as far as uniform, but just know that sometimes they do drive through the community because they are to deter, but most importantly, to apprehend the subjects. Our uniform officers will deter in criminal activities, but our unmarked vehicles, our undercover investigators, are here to apprehend the subjects. So they may not be identified as police officers, but they have been provided the information. I do understand the importance of uniform presence, so that information has been provided to the sergeants and to the captains. So it is their responsibility to make sure they follow up on that email that was sent out. But I will do my due diligence to make sure it's reiterated.
Yeah, because maybe people walk through during the daytime with their guns, with their automatic rifles, and I'm looking. Maybe if they see some policemen come through, they'll stop you.
I would love to get those phone calls because I drive around a lot. And if I'm in the area, I drive through too.
I got you.
So just know that I'm here for you, and we're here to make sure that we work collectively as a team in all aspects, not just in law enforcement, public works, as well as code. So I do want to thank Councilwoman Wilson for the opportunity for coming out here today. This is very rewarding, and it really does feel good to give back to the community. Thank you.
My name is Frank Johnson. I am the Operations Manager for Public Works and Engineering. I've been here for 13 years, but I'm not new to Public Works. I did 20 years with the city of Hollandale Beach, did some time with Opelika. So since 1986, I've been in Public Works and Utilities. Since I've been here, Gardens, I understand your plight. I probably spoke to some of you several times. I know I've spoken to many in this community, whether they're here or not today. But we have, over the years, well, let me say this. What I want you to understand is that Miami Gardens was commissioned not to take over the entire city as their own. You have to remember, we have interlocal agreements that are set in place here. What that means is that we share with City of Miami, North Miami Beach, we share with Miami-Dade County. There are certain areas that we can't just go into and do what we want. It's the same as if you went to someone's house to visit. You can't just go in there and start doing what you want to in someone else's house. So what I want to say is that there's a protocol. That's one of the reasons things haven't been done in this area and other areas that we would like to see done. I understand how you feel. I've been through here. I've seen it. I feel bad about it. I wouldn't want to live under those conditions either. So Public Works have been trying, the entire city has been trying, code enforcement, police department, our administration. Everyone has been trying over the years. You may not see it, what's happening behind the scenes, but it's going on, it's working. I can tell you this, we're closer than we were when we began. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And those of you who have been here a while, I don't know if you've had this setting before. I don't know if you've ever seen it. I've never heard of it. Right.
30-something years, too, no?
Okay, so if you believe in change, this is the change. Today, January the 2nd, 2021, is a new year with a new change. So let's change our mindset. Let's not argue the fact that we're here. Come along and ride with us on this journey. Help us help you. If you see something, say something. I understand what goes on here, crime and all of that. If you see it, please call us. You can call me, 786, I'm gonna say it again, 786-279-1266. That's 786. All right, I'm gonna wait for you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Give me a second.
All right.
Okay, bless you. I'm ready, sir.
All right, that's 786-279-1266. My name is Frank Johnson. I'm the operations manager. You can call me anytime. And that's direct. That's no extension, that's direct. All right? I'm also on the, we have the programs, Coffee with a Cop. If any of you have been on that call. It's for the residents, it's for you. You can register to go on that call, it's a Zoom. And you can give, ask your questions that you have for your particular concern or your community. All right? So those are things that are happening. So we're trying, as Councilwoman mentioned earlier, there's a process with getting these roads fixed. There's a process with getting the drains fixed. Our director, Tom Ruiz, have tried many, many, many times. We have sat with the county. The mayors, council people have sat with the county. This has been going on. We're not sleeping on this. I don't want you all to think that we're sitting back with our arms folded. That's not happening. There's a lot that goes on with us. You don't always see it, but we're working for you. That's why we're here. Councilwoman has a burning passion in her heart for this.
We can tell. Thank you.
We've got council people that are new with innovative thinking, forward thinking. There's going to be a lot of changes. Not taking anything away from our previous council, no. But I'm just saying we should continue to elevate.
Yes.
All right? So I just want to welcome all of you here. I'm glad you all are here today. For those who are concerned, tell your friends, tell your neighbors what's going on. All right? Let's come together. One voice, one community. Let's not separate ourselves. Let's not divide ourselves. Let's work together. My brother, we're working with you. We're trying to help you.
I hope so, man.
We're trying to help you. Believe me, we are. We are. I've been doing this too long. I don't come out here to have feel-good conversation with you.
Yeah, it is.
There's a purpose behind us being here today. So I just want to thank you all for being here. I'll turn it back over to Councilwoman. And I just want to say again, Happy New Year. May you have a prosperous and joyous year.
Thank you. Good morning and Happy New Year. My name is Jeanette Smith. I'm the Community Development Director with the city. I've been here in Miami Gardens for approximately 3 years now. My background has been, I was the Community Development Director in the city of Hollywood for over 18 years. So I'm hoping that I am bringing a lot of experience here to Miami Gardens. Right now, the city receives federal and state money to assist residents in housing issues. As you are aware, the funding has been decreasing every year, which provides us with less and less funds to help residents. But the programs that we have right now is purchase assistance. So for the renters out there that is interested in purchasing anywhere in the city of Miami Gardens, not just in Leslie Estates, but anywhere in the city of Miami Gardens, we can provide up to $20,000 to help you buy a house. There are some procedures. You do have to come with us with a fully executed sales contract and must be approved by one of our lenders. Our lenders are located on the city's website under community development. We also, and those funds are available right now. We also have rehab for, and everything must be homeowners though, so renters cannot apply to fix up their houses. It needs to be the homeowner living in the house to come to us to assist with repairs on their house. We do have limited funds available right now for assistance, but you can call our main number. We are still working 50-50 remotely from home, but all of my calls that are coming into the office come to me directly at my home when I am not in the office. So that number is the main number, which is 305-622-8000. My extension is 2300, and you will be able to reach me directly with that extension. Okay, thank you so much.
Your name again?
Jeanette Smith. I'm sorry. The extension is 2300. You call the main number 305-622-8000, and my direct extension is 2300, and that will go directly to me.
Can you repeat that number again?
2300 is my extension. I'm sorry, 305-622-8000. And thank you so much for the opportunity. This is a valuable opportunity for all of you guys to be able to network with us, and we are able to participate with you. So thank you, Councilwoman Wilson, for your dedication to Leslie Estate. So thank you. Oh, yeah. Well, with our rehab program, we have several contractors that actually come out and work with our programs. We have two that have come out this afternoon to volunteer their time to assist you in cleaning up the area. Paul Scott and David Johnson from Superior. So we want to thank you so much. We also have a landscaping company that has come in to assist us as well. So we do have businesses, local businesses, that are coming out to be willing to help you help yourself in your community.
One of the things that happened as I was walking and talking to residents, I found that there are a lot of you in this area that have your own businesses that can be a part of helping to keep and maintain this area. So even as we take a look at the landscaping, we have a big problem in Miami Gardens just called irrigation. Just having the water to be able to water the yards. And so those kinds of things, you see sprinkler systems, you see AC people here, you see landscapers here, people who have and can assist you in making it even more convenient for you to keep the area up and to keep it clean, all right? So my final comments will go on this. On January 16th, which is that Saturday of Martin Luther King weekend, we call that our day of service. We're going to get volunteers. You probably have seen it on the email if you're connected with the city. We're going to have volunteers. We're going to have local businesses and people that will come out, and we're going to cut the yard. We're going to try to clean out all the common areas to make sure that the brush in between your house and the house behind you is clear, that the trees, many of them are cut back, and we would like for you to come out and help as well. Whether you clean right in front of your own front door, cut your yard, let that be the day that you dedicate to serve yourself, that you serve your community, that you make sure that we are one as a city, believing in the one goal, that this can be better, that let the 16th be a day that we say this is a turn for this community, that we are fully on board toward moving where the light is coming toward us, and it's not at our back, all right? And you have seen the stakeholders at the city, not only as elected officials, not only the employees, not only those who work in our office, but also those who are working behind the scenes to elevate, once again, the quality of life for all of our residents. As Major Starks has said, she has lived here all her life. I've lived here all my life. I graduated from Miami Carroll City, graduated from Florida Memorial. I'm a chief, graduated from Florida Memorial. I am homegrown, and there are excellent things that come out of the city of Miami Gardens. And I would argue that the best is still yet to come. All right? So we have some refreshments for you. I got some Costco hot dogs and sodas, but I'm going to give you an opportunity. If there are any other questions, if you have for code enforcement, police, they are here. But if you have any other general questions, you may do so right now. Yes, sir. And then I'll come to this lady. Okay.
First of all, I want to say thank you. Better late than never.
Yes.
Because this has been going on since Shirley Gibson. I had 2 meetings at the old City Hall or whatever that building is.
Yes.
Where we were trying to get an association. You can have an association where everybody pays $5. It does not have to be what the gentleman said that you can't afford it. You can do it. But they fought against it. They didn't want the association. Mr. Johnson and I had a meeting with the city manager at the new courthouse. And the vice mayor. What, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
2 years ago. We've always been active. 2 years ago. They promised to come out, look at the community. We never did see them. So I want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank you that you're actually considering us. Because like I said, I lived here, I've been here since 1980. And with that being said, there's a lot of things wrong. I'm not going to say them all. But we have a problem. I don't know when you start looking and investigating with Section 8, we have a problem. I already spoke on the police patrolman and the trash dumping. I don't know what we can do about trash dumping. A lot of times people are afraid. I have some neighbors across from me who has said to me, they expressed how afraid they are to say things to a neighbor that's actually throwing stuff over in their yards. You know, so I don't know what we can do about these little things, but I am so happy to see you all here. Thank you.
God bless you. Anyone else? Yes, sir.
I'd like to take the time to edify you and thank you because I agree with our beautiful young lady here. I've never seen this in the community. You know, unity is the key. Love thy neighbor as thyself. When I see each of you, I see my beautiful neighbor. The gentleman here, he lives down here. I've witnessed him move cars. I've witnessed cars there and seen them go. Yes, he's a good Samaritan in the neighborhood. And I thank you, sir. I see each and every one of you. I live in the neighborhood too, right over here. If you need me, I'm here. I want to take a moment and say, together we stand, and together we shall never fall. Because it is about unity. And I thank each and every one of you are beautiful leaders because that's who you are. You're leaders, helping those who cannot help themselves. And I adore you. I appreciate you all.
Getting the volunteers spread out. Again, I encourage you to come out. We're going to try to have the trucks, everything that we need to get the areas clean. Some of them may start a little earlier than that Saturday because some of the common areas are worse than others. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. And so if you don't live here, you can go over to Betty T. Ferguson. That's where we'll hand out the the PPE, the masks, the stuff like that. But we will have, just like we have the refreshments, the water, and everything here, right here. Because if I come back, I'm gonna meet in the same place, right here. Okay? And when I come back, it'll be probably the same time, 11 o'clock. So it'll be standard. You'll always be able to find me in this place to address any concerns that you have. But I'm telling you, until we can get the things moving the way we want, I'm going to keep you abreast of what's going on. Is that fair?
Yes.
Call that 8,000 number, and the extension is Okay, just ask for Jamal Ingram and
Just call the 8,000 number.
call the 8,000 number
And ask for the councilwoman.
and ask for Katrina Wilson, Councilwoman.
What is it?
622-8000.
6, yeah, that's what she said.
622-8000.
Thank you.
All right, you know, one of the things that I do believe in, and I know that sometimes as an elected official, it is not, it's not appropriate. But I just believe that whenever it is that I step out in faith, believing in a power that's greater than myself, and hoping that wherever it is my feet may trod, that I'll be a blessing to somebody and an answer to somebody's prayer. And my hope all of the time is that those that I encounter, that is their goal too, is to be a blessing to somebody, to be an answer to somebody's prayer together as a community. That he will keep us and prosper us in our way through our obedience. That's all right?
Yes,
And then y'all can have your hot dogs and sodas and get ready. And we about 10 minutes over what I said, okay?
I have a quick question, and it's an off-the-wall question. Can they put a dumpster somewhere so these people can stop putting their stuff on the side of the street and dump it in a dumpster?
We'll have to check into that.
Thank you.
Amen. All right.
Thank you.
I'm going to ask Pastor to...
Councilwoman always put me in the spot. Always. Yeah, let us stand.
Now,
Thank you.
all right, now, listen. I tell people I'm a great talker, but I'm not a great singer. Shh. But I'm going to sing a line of a song. All right? And then you go and you pray. All right. Okay, well, yeah, that's where we're going. Y'all ready? I want to thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I just want to thank you, Lord.
God our Father, we bless you. We thank you for your grace, your mercy towards us. Father, we pray as we embark into this new year that your blessings will rest upon our lives. It'll rest upon the city of Miami Gardens, where we call home. It'll rest in this place that we call Lastly Estate, God. Whatever it is that the people stand in the need of, we're trusting and believing that you will provide. And yet, God, you would order our steps and lead us and guide us. Give us your knowledge, your wisdom, and your understanding to do your will. Bless these people. Bless the councilwoman and the leaders of the city of Miami Gardens, those who are laboring with the city and the residents, God. Let everyone know that we shall stand together. Father, we move forward in your Son, Jesus Christ's name, I pray. Amen.
Let me say something real quick. Walking down this road, I did a blink, look, she was gone. I jumped in my car, and I ran. I'm sorry. But yes, and some of y'all know I came to y'all doors and got y'all signature signing for this meeting of what we have here today. And I ask that you all, please, check on y'all neighbors. Some of y'all neighbors are elders, and you haven't seen them in a while, don't know what's going on. Knock on the door, just see how you do. You need help, anything may go on, because people do not, a lot of neighbors don't speak to one another. And it's bad. You never know how your neighbor's condition may be. So get to know y'all neighbors, reach out, you know, even if it's a little food that you got in the grocery store that you can might help feed this person. But just keep in contact with everybody as your neighbors and stuff, and just, you know, I thank everybody that showed up. Thank y'all so much who didn't close the door in my face when I went. But thank y'all again, and thank you, Councilwoman.
All right, thank you.
All right.